Be heroes. What's going on? What's going on? Is there something in the water? Give me some of that water. Colorado is home to 6 military bases. We're going to eliminate the defense, sequester, and rebuild our military. We're
Continue to follow breaking news. A sheriff's deputy has been shot in Lancaster. The suspect, armed and dangerous, will have the latest.
Another great Colorado legacy is hunting and
Hi, I'm
fishing.
Christina Pascucci reporting live from Carson High School. There have been reports nationwide of people, masked clowns showing up, making threats. Now social media threats, Carson High, the latest victim of that coming up. We're going to have the response from LAUSD.
So 3-year-old Canadian twins today meet the Orange County woman who saved their lives. We'll have that story.
A lot of people in this room. This is very impressive. Thank you. It's a great honor.
On lockdown because of this active situation in the neighborhood here near Antelope Valley College. Mark Kono was above it in Sky 5. This started about an hour and 10 minutes ago. Mark.
And shut down shale.
Dozens and dozens of sheriff's deputies have arrived on the scene here.
We're going to end the war on American energy.
Help now.
And we are
again,
going
as you
to
mentioned,
put
two sheriff's deputies have been injured here as a result of some sort of a shooting that took place about an hour ago. Where we are is going to be right in the neighborhood, directly north of where that shooting took place. That is going to be the apartment building right there, believe this side, kind of the northeast corner there, right in the carport is where that shooting was believed to have taken place. Now, one suspect, an African-American male, was last seen northbound into the neighborhood here, and where they are now staging is going to be basically along Mariposa Drive and Celia Lane and Lotus Court, and that is going to be where the heaviest presence is going to be. Now, I can tell you that they have targeted at least one home, believed to be one of the possible locations where he may have barricaded himself. So beyond that, we're not going to be able to go in any tighter than this because there is a heavy presence of law enforcement activity going down on the ground around this particular residence here. So we're talking about Special Enforcement Bureau deputies here who are on scene. We're talking about additional sheriff's deputies who are on Mariposa Drive, all staging here in an effort to get this house surrounded. Now, again, believed to be one of the locations where this suspect may have barricaded himself. What you're looking at there, that up and down street, that is going to be West Avenue J6. We are on the east side, basically looking right down the barrel, looking down Avenue J6 over towards the west, and that is going to be one of the staging areas for this response here. Now, we will show you the activity here at the command post. If we jump one block over to the left and down just about half a block, there's going to be a parking lot going to be that is going to be on West Avenue J8 and 32nd Street West, and there is going to be where the command post is, and that is just about a block away from the scene of the activity here. Now, just to give you a lay of the land, if we widen out the shot, we'll show you kind of the proximity to Antelope Valley College. Antelope Valley College is just going to be about a little bit to that Antelope Valley College right there. So just to give you an idea of where we are in proximity to Antelope Valley College, we move. And that is going to be where all of that Sheriff's Department activity is going to be centered. Guys.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. Again, it is believed that that shooting happened at the Hidden Falls apartment complex in possibly a carport of that apartment complex about 2 blocks north of Antelope Valley College, which, by the way, if you know someone who are a student there, or if you are a student and you're looking for information, they have tweeted out that students should shelter in place and clearly to avoid this area. And I'm assuming it is the similar situation with residents who live in the area.
Exactly.
They should avoid that area,
yeah,
especially for their own safety.
Yeah, we don't know exactly, what led to the shooting, but again, it took place in that the parking lot of that apartment complex right there that Mark is zooming in right now. And once the shooting took place, the gunman ran across Avenue J6 into that neighborhood, probably about, as you see just where he went, he went right up that street right there across Avenue J6. And that neighborhood now, which includes that cul-de-sac when that road curves around there to Lotus Court, that area has been completely sealed off, and they assume at this point, or they believe that gunman is holed up in one of those homes. And if they're not quite sure, as we said earlier, they're going to do a grid search, which means they will go house to house, and this will be very, very methodical, and it could probably, this could take the rest of the day.
And the sergeant, according to our sources, the sergeant and the deputy were responding to a service call when this shooting happened, and they have both been transported to Antelope Valley Hospital. Their conditions unknown at this hour. Again, a couple of schools in that area are on lockdown at this hour. The Lancaster High School, also the West Wind Elementary School.
And when they say a service call, we're not exactly don't exactly know what that means, but that means it would have been probably would have been a 911 call. So they were responding to some situation going on at that apartment building. So, you know, along with the gunman and the deputy and the sergeant, you know, we don't know if the call came in because he was harassing someone or maybe assaulted someone. At this point, we just don't know. But there's a possibility that, you know, there could be another party that's involved in all this. At this point, we just don't know. But the most important thing now is to track down that gunman.
Yeah, of course. And we do have a crew on the way. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
I get phone calls from pharmacies every shift telling me that a patient's medication is not covered. My concern with Proposition 61 is that it will make that worse. We will receive more of these phone calls asking us to change a patient's medication to something we obviously did not think was the best choice in the first place. A lot of patients have limited options for the medications they can receive. The concern with Proposition 61 is that these will become even more limited. Join me in voting no on Proposition 61.
I was in Fallujah in 2004. A rocket came in and blew up. It killed one, wounded 2 others, plus myself. All my prescriptions come from the VA. My primary care is at the VA. Any non-veteran that I spoke to about Prop 61 is totally amazed that anybody would do anything that would increase the cost for veterans. Anytime you increase the cost of a copay for a veteran, you put them in financial dire straits. I urge you to vote no on Prop 61.
When's the right time for a new car or truck? It's right now, because Ford will give you up to $5,000 cash on a new F-150.
$5,000? $5,000. That's hard to believe.
Wait, there's more. That cash is added to the value of your trade-in. If your car is worth $5,000, you'll get up to $10,000 on a new Ford.
You just made my down payment.
This is your chance to get paid to trade.
If this is real, we can get a car today.
It's real, but it's only at your Ford dealer. When's the right time for a new car or truck? It's right now, because Ford will give you up to $5,000 cash on a new F-150.
$5,000? $5,000. That's hard to believe.
Wait, there's more. That cash is added to the value of your trade-in. If your car is worth $5,000, you'll get up to $10,000 on a new Ford.
You just made my down payment.
This is your chance to get paid to trade.
If this is real, we can get a car today.
It's real, but it's only at your Ford dealer.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm Kai Goldberg here in the Weather Center. We're taking a look at a massive hurricane, Hurricane Matthew right now, a Category 3 storm. You can see it making its way just through the eastern section of the island nation of Cuba right now. It's a big one, and it continues to march in a northerly direction. Winds right now sustained at 120 miles per hour. We're looking at those winds still strong, gusting up to 150 miles per hour. And I told you it is a Category 3 hurricane, but it's about to move into some warmer water. And as it does for tomorrow on Thursday, most likely upgraded to a Category 4, then it begins to skirt that eastern side of the Florida coastline. And you can see we've got a lot going on, not just Florida, by the time we head into the weekend, into South as well as North Carolina. So we've got basically hurricane warnings, hurricane watches up and down that portion of the coastline. And we're going to keep our eyes on Matthew for the remainder of the day today, actually once again all the way through the weekend. Back here at home, a beautiful day, comfortable, 77 in Van Nuys. We're looking at about 74 right now in downtown Los Angeles. We're going to transition into some very warm weather. Once again, we're in the mid 70s currently. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to jump it up into the mid 80s, 90s into at least the beginning of the weekend. But Glenn Liu, not a heat wave, because we'll start to cool things down by Monday into next week. We'll send it back to you.
Kai, thank you. And let's go back out to our breaking news in Lancaster, where a sheriff's deputy and sergeant have been shot and transported to Antelope Valley Hospital. SWAT is on the scene here, and a suspect is on the loose at this hour.
You know, Mark, if this shooting took place in the apartment complex and then the gunman ran away, if he is in fact in one of these houses, I guess there's also going to be concerned, you know, you may have a possible hostage situation here now.
Yeah, well, that's going to be some new information that we do have here. Where we are is going to be along Mariposa Drive, just north of Avenue J6. Now, we do understand that there is one person. You know, last time around we were talking about the sheriff's deputies. They have identified one particular house along Mariposa Drive, and so they do have one house ID'd, and in fact, they are communicating with one male, a 17-year-old, who was inside of the house at the time that the supposed suspect came into the home, and so they are communicating with him via text. Nothing certain as of yet. This is just kind of some fluid information that's just coming into us here, but we understand some of that, some of the texting has been kind of random type stuff, but again, they are communicating with one person, a 17-year-old male who lives in the house and is with apparently.
So that certainly changes the situation and makes it a much more dire situation. The gunman inside the home, possibly with at least one other person who is in communication with law enforcement. And again, it was a sergeant as well as a deputy from the LA County Sheriff's Department were both shot by this gunman at an apartment complex, which is just off your screen there to the left. And now they're trying to take this guy into custody, but they've got to seal off the neighborhood and be very careful how they handle this situation, especially with a possible hostage situation.
And this is happening a couple of blocks from Antelope Valley College as well. So if you are in that area, just stay out of the area, according to the deputies there. We will keep our eye on this. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in about an hour at 3 o'clock.
I get phone calls from pharmacies every shift telling me that a patient's medication is not covered. My concern with Proposition 61 is that it will make that worse. We will receive more of these phone calls asking us to change a patient's medication to something we obviously did not think was the best choice in the first place. A lot of patients have limited options for the medications they can receive. The concern with Proposition 61 is that these will become even more limited. Join me in voting no on Proposition 61. I get phone calls from pharmacies every shift telling me that a patient's medication is not covered. My concern with Proposition 61 is that it will make that worse. We will receive more of these phone calls asking us to change a patient's medication to something we obviously did not think was the best choice in the first place. A lot of patients have limited options for the medications they can receive. The concern with Proposition 61 is that these will become even more limited. Join me in voting no on Proposition 61.
I was in Fallujah in 2004. A rocket came in and blew up. It killed one, wounded 2 others, plus myself. All my prescriptions come from the VA. My primary care is at the VA. Any non-veteran that I've spoke to about Prop 61 is totally amazed that anybody would do anything that would increase the cost for veterans. Anytime you increase the cost of a copay for a veteran, you put them in financial dire straits. I urge you to vote no on Prop 61.
What's striking is that every independent expert I know of who's looked at Prop 61 finds big problems with it. Prop 61 is deeply flawed. It would raise costs for veterans, reduce access for others, and cost taxpayers more. And the budgetary cost of that alone could be $50 million, which is not a small number. I encourage voters to look into the facts of Prop 61, and here's my prediction. The more you look into 61, the uglier it looks.
Now, right now, our shot is going a little bit in and out right now with the helicopter. We're working to reestablish that connection here for you, but you see the suspect right by the pool. Let's see how this is going to unfold here. We don't know.
Right, and he just jumped into the backyard of that home. He was in the backyard of another home. He, at this point, is just trespassing, trying to avoid authorities after he allegedly shot one or possibly two LA County sheriffs.
And here's the scary part.
Deputies.
Is this a setup? Is he lying possum right now, and then when the cops come, is he going to turn and try to burn them?
Oh, I don't know.
That's scary too for the police because, you know, he looks like he's already allegedly done something already. What's stopping him now?
Right. And we do appreciate all of you guys tuning in on YouTube and Facebook. We are reading those comments. If you guys have any thoughts on this manhunt or the situation in Southern California, feel free to leave a comment on either Facebook or YouTube, and we will try to incorporate your thoughts into our broadcast and discussion.
Yeah, it was in the corner of my eye, and I saw somebody, and then they were jumping. I was like, what did we just see there?
I know, it was crazy.
And that shot just keeps on going in and out. But we're gonna now he's up. What's going on now?
Standing up.
Hands up. I'd rather him sit on the ground.
This is a very tense situation, guys. Again, anything is possible. Viewer discretion is advised. You're watching live aerial footage coming in from Southern California.
Wow. Is he playing possum? That's the scary part. Okay, let's see here. We're hoping for a safe resolution here. Looks like we do have some SWAT members coming around. They have now, they're on the property there. They are just waiting to make their entry into this backyard in the pool area. But very tense now for police.
Quite tense.
They got the dogs out. Very good. Very good to see the dogs out.
Again, those familiar with Southern California, this is Lancaster, California, just about a mile away from Antelope Valley College, the Lancaster.
CP to anybody at the target location.
In the area are on lockdown as well as a result of this manhunt. Now it looks like the manhunt may be coming to an end as
hopefully
apprehend what appears to be a suspect.
And do we have any updates on the conditions of those officers?
And now I'm getting another update. We're hearing now that LA Sheriff's Department is saying that only one officer was shot. Only one deputy was shot. So we're hearing mixed reports as far as
whether he left and he hasn't come back
deputy
since,
or a
correct?
deputy and a sergeant. We do know at least one person.
Yeah, that's affirmed. He doesn't know what
And
store
here's
he
the
was going
thing,
to.
it's a very fluid situation right now. Information coming in very quickly here, but right now.
Okay, 10-4, can you please get good horsepower on that individual?
Do they have the suspect
and
right
then,
there? Do they pull
I'm
him
heading
in?
back over to where Jeff's at. And then you can just send
That shot just goes in and out a couple times there, though, but we do promise you when it comes to it. Looks like they do have that suspect there, right there at the garage. Okay, wow. Very good, officers. Suspect now detained.
Again, as far as we know, this is the suspect wanted in connection with the shooting of a sheriff's deputy at Lancaster County.
And it seemed like he was hiding, in someone's backyard, hopped one fence, couldn't hop the other.
And how scary is that? Imagine that you're unreadable. Or that resident inside that home. You have no idea who might be in your backyard.
No.
It's a really scary situation.
Very tense.
7 George Paul North 351.
Looks like officers might have this all under control now.
No warrants. 2014 BMW sedan, current July 2017. Lee Zhang or SS Corporation. LA City address on Hill Street. No warrants.
Again, for those of you just joining us, we want to give you an update as to why we've been covering this story for the last hour or so.
Yeah, you've been on it.
Yeah, first we just got aerials and reports of an LA County Sheriff's deputy that was shot. I went to go get some more information. We learned that the deputy was responding to a burglary call in Lancaster. Now, for those of you somewhat familiar with Southern California, Lancaster is in the high desert. It's north of Los Angeles, near Palmdale. It's still part of LA.
Copy that.
LA that you think of when you think of Hollywood or Santa Monica.
I love your knowledge of LA stuff. I'm so glad. I'm always glad when there's breaking news, either bad or good in LA or the LA.
Traffic still unreadable.
I'm always hoping Sonia is going to be here.
Well, thanks, Mike.
Yes, because I've never been to Southern California.
One day you'll meet us. And when we cover Chicago news, that's where your expertise is.
I apologize, car wash. We'll let you know when we're done.
There you go, folks. But it looks like finally this situation is being resolved.
Is he not wearing a shirt?
It looks like it might be torn off. Looks like they're tearing it off right now.
They're tearing off the shirt?
Looks like
10-4, I'm going to swing back by the suspect's address. Apparently the...
who knows? At this point, you know, anything's
might be
possible.
going back over after a phone call from the informant there. All right, copy that.
I wonder if the homeowner or the resident. I mean, there's a car parked out front.
And could you imagine? Say you were at work and this was your home. You're like, and you're watching this live stream, and you're like, oh, okay, sitting right outside my house.
We're probably just grateful that it wasn't their home that was burglarized, because we did see the suspect jumping from backyard to backyard. So we're assuming that the chase ended outside of this home, but this home specifically isn't where that initial burglary took place.
So here's what happens when there's a situation. Police, what they'll do is they'll set up then a perimeter around the area. Once they get that perimeter set, you're not going to get through there. And so what we did see is that suspect just hiding out in someone's backyard and then
He tried to hop the fence. He tried to keep running.
LA Battalion 49 showing up scene with 134.
He saw the
Battalion 49
I wonder what
he knows everyone's watching.
What do you think his next move would have been if he was able?
I don't know. I mean, maybe
to hop that fence.
What if he stole a car and then it turned into a police chase, Mike? Anything's possible.
No, R27.
We would have been carrying it too.
We would have carried that.
We are your home for police chases.
That's right.
Right along, probably at least a sergeant and one of the stay right along with this guy to the hospital. Copy. Yeah, copy that. I just want to confirm that you're ready for paramedics. That's perfect. He's being assessed right now. We're ready to go ahead and hand off.
And folks, we're also in campaign 2016 coverage. We're going to be having all those rallies for you. Either Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bill.
44130 Lotus. Copy. 44130 Lotus.
Maybe a couple sound bites. We're going to show you the whole rally.
Yes, that suspect is now in custody and it is code 4.
And subscribe.
Definitely. I'm just searching deputy shot on Twitter. Lots of people tweeting. This woman, Nancy Riggs, saying thoughts and prayers. Hashtag LAS.
Attention, Los Angeles, code 3459 now. Westford Beach, Malibu, male, white, skinny, taps around his eyes, wearing a blue bandana, pulling on parked car door handle, tag 179. Unit, when or less, code 3.
Has been apprehended. The question is, if you were just wanted...
Suspect, but we're still obtaining information. We're holding a containment pending further investigation.
Yeah, now he's facing...
Terry, I do copy, officer. Thank you.
Good luck.
Was it worth it? No.
Never.
Again, the deputy was shot near a school. Students told to shelter in place in the area.
It's a situation a police officer ever wants to encounter, and unfortunately for at least one, they were...
LA go for 134. Engine 134, we have a corrected location, clear to enter.
Just a deputy.
So we have 44130, Lotus Court.
What we can say right now is that at least...
LA 134, copy that. We are en route to that location right now. LA copies.
We know that they were taken to an area hospital, conditions not immediately known. Now, I do see someone tweeting someone tweeting saying that one.
We copy that.
However,
oh boy.
We cannot confirm that as of right now. That is just according to one person's tweet online. We're hoping that this man is wrong. We're hoping that the officers are in
Thailand 2201 PCH Wells Fargo attack.
We don't want to hear that an officer is in critical or grave condition. Hoping for the best. Thoughts and prayers.
173 David can take this in.
Sheriff's Department.
Hey, have they rolled him out yet? That's negative. Hey, I've got a witness here. I'm on my way over. We can do it. He'll show up right now.
Sitting on the ground without his shirt on, hands behind his back. He is.
No, that's explanation.
I wonder what is going through his mind. I mean, was it why? Why did you have to shoot?
Hey, lost those units. This is 101 Adam. I'll be
What you were gonna face for burglary is far.
61 boy, you could for 61 boy.
Oh, absolutely. And once again, this just shows you police officers in America under attack.
Confirm your code 4. Copy code 4 to 61 boy.
Show me 1010 at 343 East 5th Street, LA. T60. 1010 at 303 East 5th Street, LA.
Ocean, go ahead.
And for those of you just joining us, we have been having technical difficulties throughout the afternoon regarding our feed coming in from Southern California, so we do apologize that it is a bit glitchy. But we are going to continue to bring you these live aerials of the scene where authorities have apprehended the suspect who allegedly shot one and possibly two LA County Sheriff's deputies.
We're staying.
Street north and west end of the college.
And just want to reiterate some of the information that we've read thus far online. We know that aerial video showed what appeared to be at least 6
just confirm we're
holes in the windshield of the patrol car.
Come on.
The car also appeared to have damage
That's for those
to the passenger side door. There were reports that the gunman was pulled up in a residence. We did see on Skyfox that the gunman
and crossing over double yellow line. Vehicles last seen where they wanted to go. East on 138. Looks like just east of
he just gave up
260th Street West. 3 points. No further KMH 27
watching just like how you were, and we were like, wait, who is that person? At first I thought that's not a police officer, and then it looked like a, someone that shouldn't be there.
Right. It was anyone who was fleeing. We knew all of our eyes kind of shifted
Yep. And
to that movement.
That's another reason to watch, during...
We take these two witnesses over to the CP, a little more comfortable.
Usually when we say...
Give me some witness forms filled out, yes please.
Right.
So, go figure,
Hey, where exactly is the CP at?
Manhunt. I should probably update the lower third because it's no longer a manhunt.
Well...
Willie, you there?
One suspect. That's what we're hoping for right now.
Hey, the CP's at 32nd West and J in the North parking lot at 80 College.
Suspect. You figure if there was more than one, they wouldn't all just be hanging around and looking at the suspect here.
Right.
But obviously very, think about what they have to do right now. They have to do this investigation knowing that one of their own...
Unit security radio.
They don't know...
TSB unit security radio.
That person is going to be able to come back.
We don't have any updates as far as the deputy's condition is concerned.
Security. TSB and police security radio.
That the man surrendered in the...
70 William Deputy Davidin and Sanchez, 1019 Sergeant Walker in the training office. Deputy Davidin and Sanchez, 1019 Sergeant Walker in the training office.
Just to give you guys a view, this one was tweeted by Special Enforcement Bureau, the Special Enforcement Bureau of LA County Sheriff's Department. Look at that. The Special Enforcement Bureau on scene. Look at that with their helicopter, their personnel. They had tweeted this about 30 minutes ago, telling viewers at home to stay clear for their own safety.
4670 William, also 27 in Lancaster, the 998.
Prayers for a partner hit by gunfire in Lancaster.
And 93 Ocean, your subject turns clear of anyone to warrants. Have DMV record unavailable 02. No such record on file.
Of the Special Enforcement
93 Ocean.
Bureau. Special Enforcement Bureau responding.
JSG 606, William 1 Deputy Walker and Butts 1019 Sergeant Walker in the training office.
All right, guys, we appreciate everyone who tuned in for our coverage of this manhunt out of Southern California.
Thank you.
Station 145, one advice, code 4920CA, it's going to be 920F, code 4.
Who hit that like button on Facebook, who hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Stay with us. Make sure to always follow. As you know, when breaking news. On that note, we are going to shift now to some of our other content. Stay with us.
Is that traffic for SCC?
And speaking of...
Temper, you're a little too close to the mic. I couldn't copy everything. I copy you're on the 14 freeway and fill in for me.
Out of Florida regarding Hurricane Matthew. Yep.
Temper, just confirm your CHP.
To the Miami-Dade County, Florida.
Temper.
Signage in the background. We should be getting an update again. Florida.
Airship, Los Hills dispatch 10459.
7615 Southeastern Avenue, across the Clara Street.
Van a ver, se van a sentir los vientos, pero de tormenta tropical. Al condado Broward, van a ser mucho más fuertes, sobre todo en las costas. Sabemos que a lo largo y ancho del condado.
Got it, sir. I'll go ahead and put you down for CT. Once you get your box rolling, let me know where you're at.
Copy, will do, thank you. Karen, is she need a ride somewhere?
No, not yet.
Over here on J4. Okay, copy that.
Okay, Lonnie, is there going to be a search for the 417 or is that recovered as well?
It's going to have to be a yard search, yard-to-yard search. Probably about 14 lopes here. They're going to have to be hand searched.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at the map, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, just check in with them in regards to that, gentlemen.
Okay, copy that.
Our own local connection to Hurricane Matthew.
What channel are they on?
Folks, we've got a lot of elected officials coming in, so if you could just be patient for a moment.
Engine 17, squad 40, need exposure, 10527 Orange Drive,
Yes, in between.
Who can bring us some more tape on outer containment? Sir, location. 3250 West Avenue J6.
All right, folks. Again, we will. We have several elected officials and Miami-Dade County leaders with us. I've been asked to introduce them all for the benefit of everyone present. And again, we will run English, Spanish. We will have Creole from Lieutenant Germain from Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. To my right is Mayor Carlos A. Jimenez. I should also go in highest rank. Senator Marco Rubio is here to my right. And I'll just go from left to right. Our Fire Chief Dave Downey, Miami-Dade Police Director Juan Perez, Audrey Edmondson, our Commissioner from District 3, Carlos Corbello, our Congressman, State Senator Miguel Diaz de la Portilla, County Commissioner Jose Pepe Diaz, and County Commissioner Rebecca Sosa is back there. Our Superintendent, Alberto Carvalho. Also, for this press conference, we do have State Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle with us, County Commissioner Dennis Moss, and County Commissioner Daniela Levine-Cava. As always, hold your questions to the end. And Commissioner Bruno Barret, I did not see you. I apologize. Hold your questions to the end, and we will start with Mayor Carlos Jimenez, and I do believe Senator Rubio, the Superintendent, and State Attorney also will be making remarks.
Thank you, Michael. And again, Miami-Dade County is under a tropical storm warning. I have declared a local state of emergency response to Hurricane Matthew. The non-emergency county employees have been released already at 2 o'clock. Non-emergency county employees are to stay home on Thursday and Friday. The 311 call center will be open until midnight. It will reopen tomorrow at 7 a.m. Our EOC will be activated is activated at a level 2 and will be activated at a level 1 at 7 o'clock in the morning. All county agencies will be reporting to the EOC tomorrow at 7 o'clock. There's a voluntary evacuation order for all mobile home residents. There are 4 shelter locations that we've just opened up. One of is they are Dr. Michael M. Crop Sr., located at 1410 Northeast 215th Street. Booker T. Washington Sr., located at 1200 Northwest 6th Avenue. Robert Morgan Sr., located at 18180 Southwest 122nd Avenue. And E. Darwin Fuchs Pavilion, located at 10901 Southwest 24th Street. That is a pet-friendly shelter. Additional beds are also been made available for the homeless. Our Homeless Trust is doing sweeps tonight and will be doing sweeps tomorrow so that any homeless individual will have shelter tomorrow. Our airport remains open. It will remain open until the FAA determines that it's no longer safe to operate. You can contact your airline regarding flight status before coming to MIA. I've already seen where certain airlines have canceled incoming flights, and outgoing flights will be stopped after a certain time. The port tunnel doors, they closed at 1 p.m. today for the first time in their history. The port is accessible through the port bridge. Drawbridges are locking down at 8 p.m., so any boating interests that need to go under a bridge, please understand that at 8 p.m. today, they will start locking them down. That process will finish at 1 a.m. The marinas will be open until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Transit will run until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning unless conditions change. All libraries will be closed. Park activities are canceled for the evening. Parks will be closed tomorrow, including the zoo and Deering Estate. Vizcaya will also be closed. For the latest updates on county operations, you can visit www.miamidadegovernment.emergency. We need to prepare for hurricane force winds, a possibility of hurricane force winds, about a 24%, 22% chance of hurricane force winds in the Miami area, while we have a more than 70% chance of tropical storm force winds hitting Miami-Dade starting tomorrow. We expect that the worst of the weather will begin in the morning tomorrow with some gusts, early morning gusts, but the bulk of the weather will be running from the early afternoon hours until about midnight on tomorrow night. And so we should have all of our activities done by the morning tomorrow. If you have shutters, we recommend that you put them up. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Remember, have 3 days supply of water and food. You do not have to buy water. You can simply open the tap and store water in pots and pans and any other containers that you may have. That's perfectly fine. We know that we've had complaints of price gouging in Miami-Dade County. We have established a price gouging task force with the state attorney, and she'll be talking more about that. So any complaints about price gouging, please call us. She'll give you a number for that, and if you can't remember that number, you can call 311, and we will again get that information. And not only is it immoral, but it's illegal. Anybody who's taking advantage of the situation, and so the situation really hasn't changed much from early this morning. The cone is still the same. The probabilities are still the same. We expect tropical storm force winds, the highest winds, to actually affect the northeast quadrant of Miami-Dade County. That's where the storm is going to be closest to. The further south, the further west you go in Miami-Dade County, we expect the storm effects, the winds, to be less. But these storms have squall lines, and you may be hit by a squall line further out from further to the west. But we do expect that the worst of the storm will be in the northeast quadrant as the storm makes its way, and they expect it to be about 80 miles offshore of Fort Lauderdale. And so we expect it to be about maybe 90 miles offshore. Hurricane force winds, as far as I understand, extend about 45 miles from the center. Now that's all good if the hurricane stays on track. If the hurricane shifts over to the west, then we will modify our approach. We will modify our evacuation orders, consistent with the latest information. Hopefully, it will either stay on this track or actually move further to the east, and the effects of this hurricane will be less and less felt here in Miami-Dade County. And now for some comments in Spanish. Estamos debajo de un aviso de una tormenta tropical. He declarado un estado de emergencia aquí en el condado de Miami-Dade para responder a Hurricane Matthew. Todos los empleados que no están involucrados en trabajos de emergencia del condado ya fueron dados libre a las 2 de esta tarde. No tienen que venir al trabajo mañana o el viernes. El centro de 311 está abierto hasta hoy a las 7, pueden llamar, y va a estar el centro va a estar abierto hasta las 12 hoy por la noche, y va a abrir otra vez a las 7 de la mañana. Lo que es el EOC tiene una activación del nivel número 2.